we're RebelWomen. We're a one-stop online community for women who want to build a business. Informal conversations, focus groups, and industry thought leaders have repeatedly confirmed that even the smartest of women often lack the confidence, resources, and connections needed to make the entrepreneurial leap. Consider this statistic. The Kauffman Foundation cites that 44% of women between the ages of 18 and 34 want to start a business. Yet only 11% of individuals actually intend on opening a business in the next year. So how can we get more of these women in a position where they feel comfortable and confident enough to start their own business? Research shows that women are more comfortable connecting and sharing experiences online than men. On RebelWomen.com, you can create a profile, find a co-founder, build an advisory board, take a webinar, ask a question, or workshop a business idea. How will we engage women with our site? Women who offer up advice or assistance can earn points and become mentors. Women with mentorship status can receive payment for leading workshops and providing webinars. Mentors will provide the sticky content for our repeat visitors. Our points and rewards system will create a commitment to the website, and the end result will be more women who feel empowered to take that entrepreneurial leap.
Because unlike our competitors, we don't rely on a single thought leader or in-person events for women to feel empowered and educated. In fact, it is a community that is sustained and validated online by our own members. We are looking in the first year to gain 5,000 users with a $10,000 revenue projection. By year 5, we're looking at 1.5 million paid users with a total of 7.5 million users for a revenue projection of $11.5 million. For the $10,000, where does it go? So about half of it goes to design and development, and the other half to marketing and PR over the next 6 months, especially focused on key cities in the Boston area, including Lowell, Lawrence, and the Merrimack Valley. If we win tonight, the money that the $10,000 can go toward, we project about 2,000 women in the next 6 months fulfilling their entrepreneurial dreams. Thank you.
Okay, judges, you know what to do.
So are you guys developing this website yourselves, or are you using some off-the-shelf software?
Very good question. So we are using some open source software right now. We have a developer, we are self-funding the site, a developer who is creating our soft launch in December for testing and validation from users.
So you have an in-person, real-world aspect to this. Do you intend to scale this as a kind of franchise in the future, or what's your larger scale plan?
So initially, to hit those 1.5 million users, we will rely on some in-person events just to do marketing and spreading the word. But what we would expect after that is that the community would sustain itself online through webinars, through stickiness created by allowing women to become mentors by contributing to the site.
How do you plan to motivate the mentors to actually take the time to do it? I can definitely see if the mentors are there and that resource is available to people who want the information, they're gonna come. But how do you get the mentors to really do it?
So that's a great question. We actually have, as I mentioned before, our own network of resources here that we've been lucky enough to benefit from and grow over time. Several of these women whom we've approached have already agreed to become mentors on the site for a few select cities, including the Boston area, New York, Chicago, San Francisco, and Austin. So those were where our main contacts lie. However, moving forward, what we would expect is that because members can earn points and put them toward a status, a milestone that they hit, and then be voted on in terms of what their usefulness is, in terms of the contributions to questions from the community, they can actually become mentors. And again, they're sustained and validated by our own community. By voting people into mentor status, these women who come to our site can actually then earn money by holding workshops and webinars, giving them a twofold gain, one of status and the other of income.
Have you had an opportunity or thought of partnering with existing NGOs and other organizations that would have an interest in advancing women entrepreneurship?
Absolutely. So we have a few ideas about partnering both with for-profit and nonprofit organizations. One of the for-profit approaches we take are banks, and we've spoken with a few local banks in our town who have agreed to say, you know, let's talk about this when you guys are ready to launch to our own customer base. Maybe we can do some promotional deals or even just a community outreach to get our name out there. From the nonprofit side, there are some organizations like Kaufman who strongly support women entrepreneurs. We are looking at them from more of a grant perspective, but frankly, that's a great idea to bring in nonprofits.
So you're talking about there being a membership fee for joining that group, or no?
No, there is no membership fee. So that's actually why our revenue was back there. 1.5 million users at an $8 average revenue per user for the paid users. And then there are 6 million members by year 5 who would be free.
So there are some accounts that are paid, and
yes, so you would be paying for things like webinars, promotions on the site. So once we hit a certain number of users, you're probably going to want, as a woman-owned business, to promote to our large group of users, and that's a nominal fee as well.
And have you modeled out advertising revenues or anything like that for the site?
So we haven't done any advertising revenue. Most of these revenue projections are all based on webinars and promotions, and we would expect with advertising that would grow fairly significantly.
All right, that's all we have time for. Thank you very much.